The night was calm, until that little girl screamed. "Look under your bikes!" Her tiny voice cut through the roar of engines like a knife. The Hells Angels froze. No one talked. No one blinked. Because the fear in that child's eyes was something even hardened bikers had never seen before. And in that single moment, every man there felt the ground shift beneath them, unaware that what they were about to discover would change their lives forever. It began with a ride, just a regular charity run the Hells Angels held every year for local kids. They weren't the monsters people imagined. These were men who'd clawed through their own pasts, trying to rewrite their future with kindness that no one ever believed. That day, they had parked near an empty field behind an old gas station where families gathered, children laughed, and the engines cooled under the warm sun. Everything felt normal, until they noticed the little girl standing alone near the fence line. She was trembling, holding a worn-out teddy bear, gripping it like she feared it might disappear. Her clothes were dusty, her knees scraped. One biker, Diesel, known for his impossible strength and impossible heart, approached her slowly. "You all right, sweetheart?" he asked gently. She didn't answer. Instead, she pointed at the row of heavy motorcycles and whispered so shakily that Diesel had to kneel to hear her, "Don't start them, please. There's something under them." At first, Diesel thought she meant a stray animal. A kitten. A raccoon. Something harmless and scared. But the girl's eyes widened more, filling with tears she tried to hide. "He put something there," she whispered. My stepdad. He told me if I told anyone, he would hurt my mom." The bikers stiffened. Every man there understood fear. They had lived with it, caused it, survived it. But seeing it in a child's eyes? That was something else. Diesel signaled for everyone to remain still. No engines. No movement. Just silence. The girl tugged on his vest, pulling him closer. "He's coming back," she said. "And he's angry." Chapter 1 unfolded like a slow, dark breath. Diesel motioned his men to quietly form a circle. They lowered themselves, checking under the bikes with careful hands. And then they found it. A bundle, wrapped tight. Wired. Silent. A small blinking light on the side. The entire line of bikes had been rigged with explosive charges. For a second, no one moved. Not even the wind dared to touch them. Then Diesel snapped into action, raising his voice without shouting. "Nobody touch your bikes. Back away. Now." The area erupted into careful chaos. Bikers ushered families away, mothers grabbed their children, and the little girl clung to Diesel's arm as if it were the only safe place in the world. One biker, Hawk, old veteran, scars like maps, knelt by the device. "This isn't homemade," he whispered. "This is professional." But why target bikers during a charity event? Why endanger families? Diesel looked at the little girl. She lowered her eyes, ashamed as if she carried the blame for something far beyond her small shoulders. He lifted her chin gently. "Tell me everything," he said, and she did. Her stepfather was violent. Controlling. Dangerous. He hated the charity run because it helped the community her mother loved. He wanted to make a statement, hurt as many people as possible, and disappear. The girl overheard him talking about teaching everyone a lesson. Terrified, she ran. She didn't know where else to go but toward the sound of loud engines, because loud things, in her world, meant adults would notice her. Diesel swallowed hard. Hawk began carefully disarming the device with two other bikers helping, hands steady, breaths held. But before they finished, the sound of a truck engine roared from the road leading into the field. Dust kicked up. Black windows. Loud music thumping. He was coming. Chapter 2 surged forward with a tension that made hearts stop. The truck slid to a halt. A tall man stepped out, rage dripping off him like gasoline ready for a spark. He shouted the girl's name, each syllable like a whip. She hid behind Diesel, shaking you, the man growled. Move. Diesel didn't. Neither did any of the bikers, the man laughed. You think you scare me? You're all just, he didn't finish. Because Diesel stepped forward, not with threat, but with a calm that was far more dangerous. You put explosives under motorcycles surrounded by kids, Diesel said. This ends now. The man lunged toward the girl, but half a dozen bikers formed a wall instantly. What he didn't expect was the little girl herself stepping out from behind Diesel. Tears streamed, but her voice was steady. I'm not scared of you anymore. That broke something in the man, fear, realization, or madness, but before he could react, sirens wailed. One biker had already called the sheriff. The man tried to run, but two angels pinned him until officers arrived. Meanwhile, Hawk disarmed the final charge, sweat dripping from his forehead. When he cut the last wire, the blinking light stopped, and the bikers finally exhaled. Families applauded. Mothers hugged their children tighter. Then came the moment no one expected. The girl reached for Diesel's hand. Can I stay with you until my mom comes? You make me feel safe. Diesel knelt, his voice breaking just enough to show he was human beneath the leather and tattoos. As long as you need, sweetheart. The sheriff approached later and thanked the Hells Angels for saving dozens of lives. But when Diesel looked at the girl, now smiling softly, her teddy bear tucked safely under her arm, he realized something bigger than heroism had happened that day. The angels didn't just save her, she saved them too. She reminded them why they fought their demons. Why they tried to be better. Why strength meant nothing without compassion, and the message left behind for everyone who witnessed it was simple but powerful. Sometimes the smallest voice can prevent the biggest tragedy, and heroes don't always wear badges. Sometimes they wear leather vests and carry broken hearts trying to do right.